Well, I'm standing at the Great Field, the home of the Rhodes University team. I'm standing with the coach of the Rhodes Rugby team, Qondakele Sompondo. Coach, yet another tough result for the boys. How do you feel about the overall game?
Look, I think the boys played well, and I was just saying to the captain right now that, it's sad that we, right at the end of each game, we don't get the outcome that we wanted. But look, I mean, the second half of the first half was really good. Guys were putting up pressure on Forte, and those yellow cards that they got were the result of that. And I thought we were playing as a unit. Our line out was working well. We had a bit of a problem with the scrums, and we sorted those at halftime. And I think we were rewarded with the try because we were exerting pressure on them. But again, I mean, we lost it at the end, and I think we relieved pressure by silly decision making, and that's something that as a coach you can't really coach. It's going to come with time and experience, and I think once they get used to playing at this level, that's going to improve.
Coach, you did mention the yellow cards from the first half. That did give your team a bit of an advantage in terms of the numbers. Do you feel like the team should have capitalized more with the numbers that you had? Do you feel like you should have got more points on the board during that period?
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's exactly what I was talking to them about at halftime. And I said, look, you forced them to concede those yellow cards. You've got to punish them. You have to reward yourself by scoring points. And I think our biggest problem was patience. We were rushing into decisions and that cost us. So I think we didn't maximize on that in the first half, as I've said, in the second half of the first half. But in the second half, I thought we were better composed. We played as a unit. We just ran out of wheels right at the end, which is now becoming a usual occurrence of this team. And that's something I'm worried about as a coach. I'm not going to lie.
Coach, it also seems like the team does try to build up. We've seen that they got into good positions, but it's the handling errors that seem to make the team come up short when it counts the most. Is that something that you can go back in and coach, or is it just what happens on the day? Then when luck is not on your side, it's just not on your side. What type of thing do you think that is for the team?
Look, I believe you make your luck, and hence I'm talking about experience. And I'm saying it's different intensity. We're playing Varsity Shield for the first time this year, and I think it's going to come with it comes with territory, understanding when to kick it, when not to kick. It's not something you're just going to coach at practice hours. You would be coaching robots. You want players to be used at this level to understand when to go for poles, when to go for touch, because you're not playing as a coach. And as I've said, I think it comes with territory. Once they get used to this intensity and this level, they would make those decisions on their own. And yes, I am disappointed in the fact that they weren't patient enough. When they were on their striking zone, they didn't maximize, they didn't punish them, and that's it. As I've said, it goes back to being used to that, and we relieve pressure. We've got to strangle them, suffocate them when we're there, and make sure that we squeeze out points. Whether it's 2 points or 3, it's something that we have to reward ourselves for.
You also took the lead at some point in the game.
Yeah.
This team showed a lot of fighting spirit.
Yeah.
How big is that for a coach to see a fighting spirit in a team that went down, unfortunately, in the previous week with a big score in Cape Town? And how big a job was it for you as the coach to lift the boys up going into this big game, a derby against Forte?
Look, we went to the 60th minute leading them 10-8, and just at the last strategy break, the last 20, and we reinforced the front row, and really by that time we knew that we were shutting the door now. We're closing this game. We're going to end. They were 1 man down. We thought we were going to maximize on that. It didn't really work to our favor. They cleared their lines. We couldn't clear our half, and they punished us with that. So I'm saying as a coach, you can't be harsh with the players, because there's lots of positive that you can take away from this game, and that's why I'm saying I'm quite happy with the progress overall. As I've always said in the past 3 weeks, that there's a process. We are in that journey, and unfortunately we're not getting the outcome that we require. So we will soldier on next week. We have a rest next week, and I think it's something that we really deserve right now after 4 weeks of intensive Varsity Shield rugby. So we'll come back against Wusu and UKZ and hopefully refresh and maximize on the opportunities.
Coach, we also saw you take off jersey number 22, I think it's now, after I think he was involved in an error that led to one of the tries from Forte. Can you please explain the decision making behind that substitution?
Oh no, that was just a tactical sub. It was not a reaction from us. We felt we needed a fly-off, and then we subbed him with a fly-off and pushed his, because we were quite weaker on the outer channels. It was not really a reaction, and it was the only play that we could sacrifice because we had two wingers. So we replaced him with a fly-off, Zuko, and we pushed a fly-off. It was not really a reaction. It was just a tactical change.
Coach, going into your last home game against Wusu.
Yeah.
That's another big derby, Eastern Cape derby. Do you think surely that's the one that you have to win to break your hoodie and get your first victory on the Varsity Shield competition?
Absolutely. I mean, the funny thing is we were targeting all our home matches, including the first game against TUT, and we came close to all of them. And again, even this one, it's a game that slipped out. You know, it's something as I'm saying, you know, going to the strategy break, the last strategy break after 60th minute, we reinforced the front because we thought we were suffocating them, we were shutting the door and we were winning the game. But it didn't work to our advantage. We didn't maximize on that. We're learning as a side, and I think we will grow and be better from this experience.
And going into that game, do you prepare any differently to it towards that game? Or do you just go for the same old and hope that it will work this time around?
The beauty about it, we have 14 days to prepare for this one, and that will be the first time in 4 weeks that we have that. So we have a bye, and the guys are going to get a rest for like 2 days, and then after that, you know, we come back and we will maximize 12 of those 14 days and work really hard, you know, and hopefully we would get the results that we are hoping for.
And also, Coach, what is the message to the Rhodes University supporters, the students from the university that came out in numbers tonight to support the team? What is the message of support and encouragement for them going forward into the last home game?
Look, they shouldn't lose hope, and honestly, I'm gutted for them. I'm also gutted as a coach that you know, continuously we sort of lead them, believing that their team is going to get results, and it really didn't work out. And I think they shouldn't give up. We have 2 more games to go. We'll get that required victory. And look, unfortunately today we didn't even pick up a losing bonus point. But there's lots of positives. All I'm saying is, you know, they must continue supporting the team. These guys will get better. I mean, they're still young. So, I mean, it will be a better side come 2 weeks' time or next year.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for your time. Always appreciated. And good luck for the games going forward.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support.
All right, that was coach of the Rhodes rugby team, Qondakele Sompondo, just talking to us about the game that we just came from. Very tough result for the home team. 30-10 it was in the end. But they have to just keep moving, the Rhodes University team. And hopefully, in the next game against Wusu, another home derby here, they will be able to get the required result. That's it from us at Grow Sport. My name is Yolulwe Qoshe.